Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jay.
That's funny.
Jay, what happened?
Yes. I have no idea, Craig. Why don't you fill
He's
everybody
gone rogue.
in?
Hey, where's is Tin here?
I know. I think she disappeared for a long while.
Where'd
We've
she
gone
have to
rogue.
go? Oh, you know what? When I get nervous, I do a little nervous bathroom action as well. Jay.
It's been a long while.
Been a while since I did it though.
Yeah. So we're just waiting for Tin.
I'm sure she'll be along soon.
One day. One day.
I think the chat is waiting for 10. Can we say hi to people?
Shit.
Hi,
I
Wooded
love
Boss.
money.
I gotta open this
Hi,
up.
420.
Jay,
Hi, Anna.
Yeah. What's up, man?
what are we gonna do?
Let's just say hi.
Nanu.
Hi, Marla.
Burnt my cinnamon rolls.
Oh, she's back. Jay, lean in. You gotta lean in now. She's back.
Code word cinnamon rolls, Craig.
Damn it.
Let's do this.
Hi, Stephanie.
Jay looks like Fetterman.
Craig is dead.
I don't know how that always happens. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to TinTv Sunday Night Live Show.
Yay.
Yay.
I can burn them. Okay.
We are joined by Agent J, Count Yorga. Pooty Poot is in the house.
In the house.
Chef Kicker is also here. Good to see you, Chef. How you feeling?
Yep, we doing all right.
Everybody's saying they love you. They're all praying for you, asking about you. And we're glad you're doing good. So
Hanging in there anyway.
that's good. And of
Don't
course,
forget Hit Gal and Tin.
Hit Gal's here. And finally, Tin is back from her nervous bathroom break.
Oh, I'm so mad. I forgot about my cinnamon rolls and I burned them, man. And it took me all afternoon to make them and rise them. Shit. It's because I was all trying to find stories on Elon Musk and Deutsch.
It's kind of like chewing gum and walking at the same time.
I didn't hear my timer go off. Oh, man.
Well, B Charming's here, K9 Man's here, Angel Rose, good to see you. Marla B's in the house.
Stephanie.
Steffi, Bambi's here. SM, good to see you. Jason M. Schmidt.
Cola.
Oh, Cola, good to see you.
Ricola.
Rubberneck, what's up? Willard.
Jeff B's here.
Be charming.
Thank you, Jeff.
Jason.
Mitch, good to see you.
Life with Bobby.
Sharon Marcier.
Oh, Sharon Mercy. Hey.
I think Jeff B's writing a song what Craig does at the truck stop.
It's a country ballad.
It sounds like a busy song, Jeff. I sure hope you work on it good.
The Rubber Duck song.
Yeah.
Rubber ducky.
No, got yourself a convoy.
Oh, we got
That's
a
right.
convoy.
Exactly.
I'm sure to be hauling pigs. Ange D's in the chat. Good to see Ange D. interesting tidbits. Good to see you. Thanks, everybody, for coming to the
Tracy
Sunday Night
DeMille.
Live show. Tin has been studying up on all the latest news.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Well,
ready to bring it.
I don't know about studying up, but a lot's been going on with Elon and Doge or whatever. Can you like help me with that stupid?
It's Doge, and I'm so happy about it. Wheeler Hall is, by the way, on X. I don't know if y'all see him. He's out there. He's on X.
Oh, hello everybody out on X. Thanks for watching.
No pooty.
So I
Friends
guess
of Doge.
Elon, we were talking about Elon had posted something about gold and the Federal Reserve, right, Jay? You want to?
Well, no, Hickow saw too. I think it was Rand Paul who came out and
Yes.
called for a audit of Fort Knox.
Ooh.
Yep.
I seen that.
They go walk in there ain't gonna be nothing there, man.
All the gold
Yeah.
in your Fort Knox.
But
Come on.
here's the thing: it's already come out that there's 7 of the 13 last audits are all missing. They're gone.
Oh, wow.
Jay,
Well,
this
that's
isn't-
too bad.
this doesn't look
So,
good.
no, it doesn't look good. So,
What are all them tanks protecting, Jay?
Is there anything in there?
I just happened to misplace that audit of Fort Knox. Sorry.
Yeah.
Just like all them billions of dollars they misplaced.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday.
where to go? We don't know.
Shit
They're
happens.
they're up to like $2.7 trillion now.
Yeah.
You know, this is Congress's fault. They're the one who remember when we hear about all the pork bills,
Yeah,
and
Congress
pork
got the
in this
purse.
one,
Yeah.
pork in this one, pork in that one. The Congress did it.
Pork?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Jay,
a
we're-
cool baby.
We love pork.
So it looks like at this point it's the IRS. Are you here for your audit? No, I'm here to audit you guys. This is one of those, famous cartoon people, the political cartoonists. They did that. I thought that was cute. But
Yeah. See,
So
so
he's finding everything. He's
if
finding it all.
if we get to hear the whole truth, if we
If.
don't know,
Yeah.
damn, they've stole a lot of money from us people. Me, you, everybody in chat, and everybody listening, and everybody. They've
Right.
taken a lot of freaking money from us.
and this is what's going on X. What Trump said.
Keep out government corruption. Totally. He didn't want government corruption.
He's talking about Andrew Jackson, I think.
He expanded benefits for veterans. He battled the centralized financial power that brought influence at our citizens' expense. He imposed tariffs on foreign countries to protect American workers. That sounds very familiar. Wait till you see what's going to be happening pretty soon, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So what do you think's
Time.
going to happen?
It's time. Andrew Jackson was called many names, accused of many things, and by fighting for change, earned many, many enemies. Today, the portrait of this orphan son who rose to the presidency hangs proudly in the Oval Office opposite the portrait of another great American, Thomas Jefferson. I brought the Andrew Jackson portrait there. Right behind me, right, boom, over my left shoulder. Now I'm honored to sit between those two portraits and to use this high office to serve, defend, and protect the citizens of the United States. It is my great honor, I will tell you that.
I like them words. He's still
Yeah.
fighting
So
for it.
so back to the Deutsch thing. What do you guys? What's everybody think is going to happen?
Well, it's a blitzkrieg, Jay. Jay, it's a classic. Look how fast they're moving, and they're finding all of it.
They've already got it.
Yeah.
They've already got, now they're putting it out. But all these
Yeah,
old
that's
folks
what I
that have been
think.
taking the money, they didn't know. They thought they could hide it, but they didn't.
They say
realize
they're
it was
moving so fast that Dems can't even keep up with them.
a trap.
And
Yeah, that's it.
And the reason why, because they already have it. They got it a while ago. Not just
Yeah, but it's slowly being revealed to everybody. It really is. It's
Correct.
almost like
So-
the awakening in a
so
way.
what, as American citizens, what do we think is going to happen?
I think we should get some money back for sure.
Well, I mean, there you go. I mean, no,
Yeah.
serious. I'm being dead
Yes.
serious right there. You just said it.
For real.
I'm going to be big time taxed this year, Jay,
Yeah.
and I would really like that to be smaller for sure.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
What about you, Hickout? What do you think should happen?
I think it should go back to us, and I think that anything that was spent on harming other people, whether it was kids or animals or whatever, I think that should go to fix that.
Agreed.
Oh
Agreed.
shit! You scared me. I saw Barry on the screen.
What about the IRS? Do you guys believe that they're going to get rid of it?
Yeah.
A
Yep.
reform? I mean, we
What'd you
still
say,
need to
Craig?
pay our due. You got it. Caesar gets what Caesar is due. There's still got to be
correct.
something, but just not all this crap, Jay.
No, well, what if it was a 15% tax on whatever what you buy? No other taxes, no property
Flat,
tax,
like
no
a flat tax. Yeah.
15%.
We should pay tax on what we buy and nothing else. And like when you buy your home, you pay a tax. Why do you keep paying a tax on your home and your land after you bought it?
Yeah, I do every year, and it
Yeah,
sucks.
you're right.
And
You're
it
right
comes
about that.
right at Christmas time.
Yeah.
Always, yes. Before January 1st, you better walk it in.
Yeah.
You buy a TV and you don't keep paying a tax on it.
True.
You buy a TV and you don't keep paying a tax.
I like hearing you the back. It must
I
be
know. That's
Pootie.
what I'm listening. I'm listening for
It's
that.
like an echo. It's great. I feel like I'm in an old club. When I feel music, it makes me dance. Wait for Debbie Deb to go by.
Well, the press secretary, Caroline Levitt or whatever her name is, Levette, she posted this 11 hours ago to all the Democrats who are planning to do protests this week. Here's an explanation on Deutsch from your party's own beloved leaders.
Budget reform is not an option. It's a necessity.
The American people are entitled to transparency.
That's
You
right,
can't
Joe.
sustain a system that bleeds billions of taxpayer dollars on programs that have outlived their usefulness or exist solely because of the power of politicians, lobbyists, or interest groups.
They're entitled to be able to figure out where their dollars are going, and they're entitled to accountability
That's
to
right.
make sure that we're using the dollars for what we said it was.
Yeah, Joe.
We are going to go through our federal budget, as I promised during
Yep.
the campaign,
Sure, you promised.
page by page,
Mhm.
line by line, eliminating those programs we don't need and
Really.
insisting that those that we do need operate in a sensible, cost-effective way.
I
It should
think
be
you
easy
forgot
is
about
getting rid of the pointless waste and stupid spending that doesn't benefit
Right.
anybody.
Don't
We
you
hope to
remember
be instilling an entire new culture that not only our administration, but every succeeding administration will in fact pursue.
No amount of waste is acceptable, not when it's your money.
We all know the government can be inefficient. We all know that the bureaucracy can be bloated. We all worked in the fucking White House. We tried to reorganize the government. We tried to find efficiency. It's hard to do.
And honestly, some of this is pretty annoying because it's some of the stuff we should have done.
So they're gonna
Things that make you go,
they're gonna try doing some protesting now against that.
They've all been talking shit for all of our lives. We've been hearing it. We've really seen it all of our lives.
Oh no, and that's what we were talking last night. Is our age group, our
Just when they're
age group.
campaigning.
It's crazy.
We've been getting it so hard, Jay, my lower back hurts.
Yeah, he said that all when he was
I
campaigning.
wouldn't know.
And yet Barry never, none of them ever. Oh yeah, they were all. Yeah, that was gaslit.
Chessboard's got a good one. State audits next. Yes, Chess.
Please.
Yeah.
Some states really need to be looked at. You're right.
And Arizona.
Virginia.
It starts with an A, so it's going to be first.
Minnesota.
Yeah, you're in there somewhere.
I think Kentucky's getting an audit down here at Fort Knox, so.
I think Minnesota's going to
There ain't nothing in there.
Canada.
It's one big empty building, man. There's nothing in there but rats.
Empty Knox.
Yeah.
Well, that leads me into this video next here, where they're explaining the question about Elon Musk just posted about the U.S. gold Doge on the move.
Marla B, exactly. Fuck around and find out.
Musk just this afternoon posted out on X. Surely the gold in Fort Knox is audited every year. Well, so what's coming? I would reckon to think Elon already knows the answer. Gold has not been audited. The U.S. gold has not been audited since 1974. That's
Good
right.
God.
50 years. So if you've been following along on X, and mainstream will not know what's going on. They're going to be clueless. Those of you that have been tuning in on this channel in particular, and a few others, know what's been happening. Insane amount of gold has been flown from all over the world, but in predominantly out of London. And they are draining the supply of gold all throughout the world. And now there's shortages, delays, everything. So a couple questions. Is it that the U.S. didn't have enough gold here in time for the audit? And that's quite possible, definitely quite possible. Some of the U.S.'s gold could have easily been stored over in the Bank of England. But could they be getting ahead? So perhaps they're topping up to where they need to be, and perhaps they're getting ahead. Again, we've been talking about that. Challenging what's happening with the BRICS countries, in particular, China, who's been just gold piling for the last few years. So is this the U.S. kind of resurging again? We've been talking about on our X channel that there's no doubt that central banks are deleveraging as we speak, which means they have a combination of their fiat currency, debt, and then how much gold is on their balance sheets. The debt has expanded so much, nothing really makes sense. And now they're starting to grow their gold up again. So we've seen this gold increase has not been from consumers. Consumers are pretty much unaware of what's happening. Mainstream media is unaware of what's happening. There's so much distraction to take you away from what's actually taking place. Those of you that understand and see what's happening this decade, this could be a wild ride. Thanks.
Good. Hey, so I know K-Man typed it in the chat too. What if that's the gold from the Vatican that we heard about years ago?
Yes, tons of gold.
that led from the Vatican to Jerusalem.
I don't know.
I'm just saying, what if? What?
All the gold in King Solomon's mines.
Something to do with it.
Does Jason have reason to believe what he wrote?
What did he write?
He'd laugh if America went to silver instead of gold.
Oh, Hickow, are you going to rub that in Jason's face?
Well, I don't know.
What if?
But it's not like people haven't been trying to talk about it. I don't know if you guys recognize this guy here. He's been on the internet. He's older now, and I don't know what.
Is he an old news reporter?
Yeah, well, he does stuff. He did. I can't remember his name. And I can't find his channel. Well, this was him like way back in shit. I don't know, the 80s, but he talked about it and then covered all we knew. Listen to this stuff.
Naturally, gold prices immediately began to soar. 9 years later, gold sold for $880 per ounce, 25 times what the gold in Fort Knox was sold for. One would think that eventually someone in the government would get wind of what was happening and blow the whistle. The largest fortune in the history of the world stolen. Shades of the old James Bond film, Goldfinger. Well, as a matter of fact, Ian Fleming, the author of the James Bond series, was head of the British counterintelligence service MI5. Some believe in the intelligence community that he wrote much of his fiction as a warning, as many authors of fiction do. If the removal of all the good delivery gold from Fort Knox can be viewed as a deliberate raid on the U.S. Treasury, then such an operation might well have been years in the making, namely 40 years. Certainly enough time for Fleming to get wind of it and try to prevent it. So just how did the story of the Fort Knox gold robbery get out? It all started with an article in a New York periodical in 1974. The article charged that the Rockefeller family was manipulating the Federal Reserve to sell off Fort Knox gold at bargain basement prices to anonymous European speculators. 3 days later, the anonymous source of the story, Louise Auchincloss Boyer, mysteriously fell to her death from the window of her 10th floor apartment in New York.
Mysteriously.
How would Mrs. Boyer have known of the Rockefeller connection to the Fort Knox gold heist? She was the longtime secretary of Nelson Rockefeller.
There was a
For the next
banana
14
there.
years, this man, Ed Durrell, a wealthy Ohio industrialist, devoted himself to a quest for the truth
Kind of looks like
concerning
you,
the
Craig.
Fort Knox gold.
He looks like
He
one of
wrote
those
thousands
pond
of
guys.
letters
You'd
to
have
over
him by your
1,000
pond.
government and banking officials, trying to find out how much gold was really left and where the rest of it had gone. Edith Roosevelt, the granddaughter of President Teddy Roosevelt, questioned the actions of the government in a March 1975 edition of the New Hampshire Sunday News. Allegations of missing
Jerry
gold
called
from
him a
our Fort
nerd.
Knox vaults are being widely discussed in European financial circles. But what is puzzling is that the administration is not hastening to demonstrate conclusively that there is no cause for concern over our gold treasure, if indeed it is in a position to do so. Unfortunately, Ed Durrell never did accomplish his primary goal, a full audit of the gold reserves in Fort Knox. It's incredible that the world's greatest treasure has had little accounting or auditing. This gold belonged to the American people, not the Federal Reserve and their foreign owners. One thing is certain, the government could blow all of this speculation away in a few days with a well-publicized audit under the searing lights of media cameras. It has chosen not to do so. One must conclude that they are afraid of the truth such an audit would reveal. What is the government so afraid of? Here's the answer. When President Ronald Reagan took office in 1981, his conservative friends urged him to study the feasibility of returning to a gold standard as the only way to curb government spending. It sounded like a reasonable alternative, so President Reagan appointed a group of men called the Gold Commission to study the situation and report back to Congress. What Reagan's Gold Commission reported back to Congress in 1982 was the following shocking revelation concerning gold. The U.S. Treasury owned no gold at all. All the gold that was left in Fort Knox was now owned by the Federal Reserve, a group of private bankers, as collateral against the national debt. The truth of the matter is that never before has so much money been stolen from the hands of the general public and put into the hands of a small group of private investors, the money changers.
Did you see Jason Smith said that JFK talked about silver? Maybe we need to look at silver and what JFK said.
Y'all got some kind of little side gig going?
But isn't that documentary clip there was done quite a few years back. I can't remember that guy's name. He's older now and he's on he was on YouTube, but anyhow, yeah, for this long time we've known this and yet all these presidents, oh yeah, we want transparency, we want them folks, and now you're getting it. You getting it.
Bullshit.
Oh yeah, they're getting it now.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He's Trump. They're doing great at what they're doing so far. But where does it keep going?
Oh
And
yeah.
we do get the
Yeah,
truth.
big balls. Yeah, big balls.
Okay.
Well,
And what
here's
about it? He started up teabag site.
Yeah, that's all on account of big balls.
Yeah, big balls.
Well, here's just the Doge report, a clip it on just the healthcare part. There's so much stuff that's getting uncovered.
The Doge report, healthcare edition. So just found that the U.S. healthcare corporations spent 95% of their income to shareholder payouts.
Damn.
Not on more research, not on staffing issues, not on infrastructure, but shareholder payouts. That totaled about $2.6 trillion over the last 20 years. Fun fact, the U.S. taxpayers pay about 70% of those fees. Also just breaking, if that wasn't enough to make you too fit to be tied, $2.7 trillion, again, $2.7 trillion has been improperly paid out in Medicare and Medicaid to people outside of our country. I hope you heard me. I didn't say million. I didn't say billion. I said $2.7 trillion of taxpayer money has been improperly paid in Medicare and Medicaid to people outside of the United States. Thank God for Doge, for exposing this, for showing you how they are robbing us blind and like wasting our money and lining their pockets. More to come.
And that's on the clock, right? Jay, that's on the clock. It's part of the clock.
Yep.
Or debt.
Yep. On the debt clock.
And it goes to somebody overseas.
Well, this is where we are right now as far as.
But then they get kickbacks. That's a key word. Trump said kickbacks. What about the kickbacks?
That guy, yep, you're right.
So this is what they've been doing this weekend.
Their best fucking work on the weekends. The firings of the remote workers who refused to go back to the office, that started last night. 27,000 of them. I just got off the phone with my buddy who works for the government. He confirms it. He says, yep, they just locked them out of their computers and sent them an email. Button, the dead weight. I fucking love it. My buddy says they started with the low-hanging fruit. It was all people who had worked for the government for a year or less. So they must just gonna be working their way up the fucking food chain here. This is fucking beautiful, people. Doge is deep into the IRS, the fucking Department of Education, the Pentagon, the DOD. Like, what are they gonna find? Nothing good. Nothing good, I promise you that. And at this rate, they'll probably have the fucking budget balanced by, I don't know, May, April, probably at the latest. Like, this is beautiful. The Doge team started as just 6 kids, all IQs over 160, a couple of them at 186. One of those motherfuckers decoded a Dead Sea Scroll that had been burnt to a crisp. That at 16, he was 16 years old, and he decoded, like, bravo to you. Mr. Big Balls, that kid that works for Doge, he's a Canadian. Trump, give that kid honorary citizenship. I mean, all of Canada's coming in. They're all going to be citizens sooner or later. Just lead the charge with Big Balls. That kid deserves citizenship. He needs to be made an American for his service to the country. Doge is awesome. 6 kids, then it was 12, then it was up to 40. Trump has now okayed Elon. They are up to 100 people, and supposedly all genius level. And like, what a change that is. Yeah, instead of the blind people they had auditing the government, because clearly they were blind. These are beautiful days, people. This is only going to escalate. It's just going to keep escalating. This is not going to slow down. I don't think for 4 years, because shit's so bad, and it looks like they're going to go all the way. We're going all the way here, people. Motherfuckers are going to jail. Like, this is going to be epic. Epic beyond anything you ever fucking dreamed of. I fucking love it. Godspeed to Donald Trump. Godspeed to Elon Musk. Good luck to you all. Long live the Republic.
Trust the plan.
Jeff D said this guy is racist against blind people.
Yeah, that's what they'll say. That's the only card they got to play.
Against blind people. I didn't know that was such a thing.
Shit.
I think my blood sugar is going crazy again.
Hey, Regina.
Hey, all you cool cats. It's time for Craig the Hunter's news segment.
Let me get back to my spot. I was chatting it up with Jeff B in the chat, my buddy, my friend.
He said he's got something for you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. I don't know.
I hope it's good. I love it. And I support Jeff. You couldn't make me mad. I support it. Even if you found any dirt on me, I let everybody know my laundry, Jeff. Everybody knows my laundry. And now for your mostly trusted, mostly talked about, mostly fast forward Ed. It's your TinTv mostly true news report. Holy shit, I got a media picture. Let me find my picture. I'm sorry. Hold on, I was not ready. Where is it? Oh, there it is. I am Barry Larry Terry. I am Barry Larry Terry. That's who that guy is.
Look at that neck.
I know, he has a hell of a neck. I try to use dead people, but this guy, he might be dead. I don't know. I think this is a prison shot. So.
Very easy to strangle.
Why you always lying? Why you always lying? Hubble bubble homo select stop lying.
Hubble bubble homo silic. Hello, when the pooty poot. That's how I hear it when pooty poot says it.
I just fixed to ask where it's at.
Pooty, how does he say it?
Hubble bubble homo silica.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god, I think I just pee-peed a little bit.
And we don't need a teleprompter for that.
I just pee-peed a little bit. Thank you, Pooty.
That was great.
First, for your real and good news, the Lord your God is in your midst. The Mighty One will save. He will rejoice over you with gladness. He will quiet you with his love. He will rejoice over you with singing. And that is from Zephaniah 3:17, which is not really heard of much. You don't really hear that scripture that much.
Zephaniah.
And then I have a little bonus scripture as well. And he said to them, go into the world and preach the gospel to every creature. Which I thought was every creature. And that's Mark 16:15. You can look it up yourself. It's in there.
Does that include the lizard people? Because
I don't know if
they're creature.
They are a creature, and
all creatures
could
great
be
and
of a
small.
different domain. I think they might be of a demonic domain.
yeah, they are. So, but we're still supposed to pray for them, right? I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to pray for a lizard.
Pray for them to be eliminated in a great flood or by fire. Yeah, this segment of Mostly True News is sponsored by proceeds gathered from the console and driver's side cup holder of Tin's husband's car. Thanks, Tin's husband. I also found an old toothpick. It had a weird taste though.
That's better than finding a Q-tip.
Oh, that really is. In this new golden age, I find it necessary to move on from that stupid fat-ass Jeff B. who's in the chat. That's that annoyance in the chat, everybody. At some time in the future, if necessary, we can continue. But for now, we must focus on higher targets. And now for Breaking the Deep State. Well, there might be a long intro on this one. But fuck it. Just enjoy the intro. I should have fast forwarded. I really should have fast forwarded through this part. That's right. All the old folks remember this one. It's coming. Spent the last year telling you Jeff B's gay. Couldn't be mostly truer. He's a bastard. Taking its time to stray. Time to focus higher. And we don't need the Democrats to cry because Elon made a mad. Now that Trump leads the way, it's better than the way we had. Oh, yeah. And now, this intermission is brought to you by Pooty Poots.
Just the plan.
Fuck, it takes so long. Like, does he fall asleep or something?
Oh. That's called a dramatic pause.
Hold on, Google was asking me for a rating. I don't know why. And now for Breaking Maxine Waters. This one's a quick. I didn't want to wish the runs on
That was
anybody.
fucking great.
I don't want to wish
Oh,
ill on my friends or enemies, but the runs was extreme. But my wife added that part.
Oh, that's good.
Sorry, she helps me write some of the songs. And now for comments from last show's chat.
Oh, my favorite part. Where's the cowbell?
It's a
Patriot Bob writes, ding, 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 ding. Patriot Bob writes, great show. Just one question. What is Cola's show link? Well, fuck, Bob. I don't know. Thanks again for a great show. And he gave us about 6 hearts. Wild Collections writes, no, but please, if anybody knows Cola's link, please drop that in chat. But I do not know what it is, Bob.
Yeah, we do.
That's
Yeah, we
right.
Ricola.
Wild Collections writes, always a pleasure to stop by. Cola writes, awesome show. Hey, Cola, if you could drop your link for Bob, he was asking about it. Wendy Lushao writes, love you guys. Followed Craig and Michigan guy, Diamond Lil, Shane, Louise and her husband from Arizona, Drahinda too. Yep, I remember. I call her Drahinda.
I remember Yeah, I
after the
remember
tractor.
Yeah.
I don't respond much. Pray for my husband who was just released from the Mayo for both influenza and pneumonia. I mean, I did say prayers, by the way, already, and we're going to get everybody to pray. I just can't wait for you guys to do Saturdays and Taco Tuesdays. And thank y'all for being here for Sundays and Taco Tuesdays. I don't know why I said Saturdays. Sometimes my mind escapes me. Ange D writes, great prayer from Craig. Well, thank you, Ange. Ange D also writes, oh gosh, it's Wednesday evening and it's time for TinTv for me. Because she writes, she watches it one day late. Thank you. Thank you. Hit Gal had a comment and I cut it off. But if y'all want to see it, just go back and y'all can see it later. Teresa D. Mouth writes, love, 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 love hearts. And Craig, love, 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 love hearts. And Teresa, I love you. That's how you win my love and respect for sure. I love this panel. Love, love, love. Best show on YouTube ever. Love, 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 love. And that's really big. Thank you. Really appreciate that. One day, all you other motherfuckers will find out this is the best show ever.
Yeah.
Excuse my French. Lisa Bama by the Bay writes, thanks for the Tuesday night laughs. Great conversation. So happy Shift is home. May God bless her with lots of energy and good health. We love you all. With love all for you. Wouldn't miss this panel. Discussions of the world. Love, 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 love. A bunch of love in Mardi Gras colors. So, thank you. Bobby Danes writes, great show as usual. Thank you. Linda C. writes, heart, good show.
This is a big cowbell, by the way.
I love that bill.
Yeah, I got it.
420 Wild Dragon 420, who is very high, and I'm not sure if he's in the chat or not.
He's in there.
Oh, yeah, he's there. He's high. Just ding the cowbell. Just ding nonstop. Joints rolled, flame on, and a shitload of green hearts. Heck yeah. Mike B. writes, watching the replay with a cold Sprite. Great show as always. Prayers and for all, and God bless, and a bunch of hearts.
Where was that ding when the cinnamon rolls were done?
That bell didn't work. Wild Edibles writes, great show, praying hands, and a load of hearts. Much love. And we thank you all for those comments. And please remember to go into the chat after this show has been performed and done and in the wrapper and leave us a comment and we will be sure to read it. And please read, even if it's strange and weird thoughts, leave it. Whatever it is, we want to read it.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Thank you, everybody.
And we'll give you a cowbell ding.
Yes.
Thank you,
You
everybody.
know what sucks? Whenever I do my news report, we lose people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I'll let y'all down. We were well over 260, and then I do the news, it goes down to 220. Sorry.
No.
Oh, shit. Don't tell Tin how many people are here. This main segment is sponsored by, but I really don't like this, Jeff B. He wants everybody to know that his milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. And that Craig sucks. That's what he writes. And he writes, P.S. Canada sucks as well. So, and I'm sorry. That's Jeff B. in the chat. First in the news, bakery owner in New England says he was offended over town's decision against his pastry painting. A bakery owner in New Hampshire testified Friday that his excitement about displaying a painting by high school students of a giant pastry quickly turned to annoyance after a zoning and code enforcement officer told him it was a sign and he couldn't put it and it had to be removed. Sean Young said the woke atop his bakery is art. I don't know why it's true, but that's how it's written. And was never intended to be a sign. It was artistically offered. It was artistically offended for the student. No, I'm mispronouncing this gay man. I was artistically offended for the students, said Young, who's suing the town of Conway because he said it violated his First Amendment guarantee of free speech. It's offensive to move it, he said in court Friday. I just didn't want to do it.
Well, what is it, a big schmeckle or something?
The bright painting atop Levette's County Bakery shows sunbeams shining out of a mountain range of sparkled-covered chocolate strawberry donuts. That's all it is. Oh, there's a blueberry muffin, a cinnamon roll, and other pastries. Yeah,
that artistically offends me.
That sounds gay. No. The town got offended and thought it was a sign, made him remove it, but he is artistically offended for the students. Physically, he said he has bad butt pains because of it. A federal judge is considering whether the town is infringing on Young's rights. U.S. District Judge Joseph Lampleti did not reach a verdict following the day-long trial, but he's giving lawyers time to file additional briefs. For now, the painting has been allowed to remain since it was first displayed back in June 2022. Sounds like some woke-ass shit still going on. Next in your keister, Michigan judge sentences Walmart shoplifters to wash cars in the parking lot.
Oh, I could have used that.
A Michigan judge is putting sponges in the hands of shoplifters, ordering them to wash cars in a Walmart parking lot when spring arrives, of course. Judge Jeffrey Clother hopes. Did I hear? Is there a farting going on?
No, I sneezed. I'm sorry.
I thought it was farts. Judge, it went with the story well. Judge Clother hopes the unusual form of community service discourages people from stealing from Walmart and rewards shoppers who could see the higher prices due to the shoplifting. The car wash will be free to all shoplifters. No, to all shoppers, and all shoplifters will be in bikinis. Here's the judge talking. I don't think everybody that steals is a bad person. Sometimes people are just down on their luck, the judge said. But there's going to be consequences when you break the law. The judge told TinTv that he's begun ordering Walmart wash sentences for this week's misdemeanor shoplifters at the Grand Blanc Township, which is 50 miles north of Detroit, Rock City. He believes 75 to 100 people eventually will be ordered to wash cars for the weekend event, which will be in March or April. The judge said he is on board and Walmart is on board and will provide water and supplies. And shoplifters won't be the only ones up there rubbing their elbows and scrubbing the suds. I will be washing cars with them, the judge said. He's actually going to be out there with them, washing the cars, just to make sure. And this concludes your TinTv Mostly True News Report. I am sometimes Craig the Hunter. Brother, did you forget your name? Did you lose it on the wall playing tic-tac-toe? Yo, check the diagonal. 3 million gone. Come on, because you know they're counting backwards from 0.
Yeah, I don't think I want a shoplifter washing my damn car.
Tonight's tie is just a generic tie that came from Walmart. It was shoplift. I'll be washing cars in Detroit. 50 miles from Detroit.
Nice tie.
Well, I got it at Walmart. For free.
Free.
I don't think Walmart should be dishing out punishments myself.
All that shit.
Well, it's a judge.
And now from the Middle East, from our Middle East correspondent, Hit Gal, it's news for Jews.
Oh, wow. With no good news again.
Uh-oh.
Well, except that I can say that I like the way Trump took a stand for Israel and has been backing them. A lot of the people there really, yeah, that was the picture I was going to ask you to bring up. A lot of people there are really kind of almost over this because on this last little deal, Israel gave way, way more than they were supposed to.
Yep.
300.
Yeah. And, it's like there's 3 that
Wait a
came
minute.
back.
Wait a minute. Hickel, 300 what?
300 Palestinians.
Oh,
Yeah.
the prisoners. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, just for people in chat that didn't know either. Okay.
But
Yeah.
what happened with they must by noon Saturday? All
Yeah,
they didn't
I'm
say
wondering that
2.
too.
Well,
Said
that
all.
was Trump's. Trump said that.
All.
And then Netanyahu, because they said, well, first they had said, Hamas had said, we're not going to release them. But then they said, okay, we'll release the 3. And one of them was Russian. So, but Israel released 369 Palestinian prisoners. 36 were life in prison for murdering Israelis, and the others were detained during the Gaza war. Now, that's one Israeli hostage for 123 Palestinian prisoners. That's not a good deal. I don't know what happened with the other deal that was 30 Palestinians for one civilian and 50 for one soldier. I don't know what happened to that. That's another thing that people are very frustrated. They're not getting answers for.
Their prisons are over full.
Might be. It's just 300 people you have to kill later.
Well, and that's what they're saying. They're going to come back. And proof of the thing is the fact, I don't know if y'all can see that stage right there. On that stage, it says we crossed over swiftly. And you see those down there at the bottom with the arrows, little triangles above them?
Yeah.
Below the stage?
Yeah.
All those are the places where they attacked and they killed Israelis. The one on the side with the faces of the people, those are some of their biggest Hamas leaders and supporters. And on the other side, it says no migration except to Jerusalem. That's what it says on the other side. They're not going to migrate anywhere but Jerusalem. And they show the dome again. But then in the middle, it says, "O Jerusalem, bear witness, we are your soldiers." And when they released these 3 prisoners, that the Israeli prisoners that got released, the Red Cross had not been checking on him. The Red Cross had not been giving them support. And they had little children walking around marching, saying death to them and Jews.
Yeah,
And they
with
had Israeli
AK-47s,
guns.
huh?
What?
Yeah, they had the AK-47s. The little children did. I did see that.
Yes. And these are some of the hostages, just a few of them that are still there. As you can see in that picture, that there is the mom and her 2 kids. That is if they are alive. But that is the picture of them. You can see some of them are even older, 50 to 80 something, old men. So I don't know how much danger they could be to them. Underneath, over on the other side, some of them have been captives for a decade. And the others, the top 4 over there, are wounded and sick. But the mom and the 2 kids, at the top on that one side, their dad was released last time. But one of the 3 men that was released today, his wife had a baby while he was captive.
Mm-hmm.
He's never seen that baby until he got released. But he doesn't walk right, and you can tell there's something not right with him. They're not saying, but one of the news reporters that Rafi let me hear that was over there, and he was translating for me. They were hung upside down. They were beat. They had things stuck in them, to put it mildly. They were tortured. Some of them forced to fake their own death to be told that they were sending that back to their families. Some of them were told that, like the one guy, he was told, you know, here's your baby, but you'll never see it, even if you're released. So, I mean, it's a lot of psychological stuff. And like I say, I don't know if that one guy's going to be all right. He didn't look or appear right. And I just don't, you know, the people there, a lot of the people there, like, we shouldn't wait. Trump says he'll do whatever Netanyahu wants to do, and right now Netanyahu wants to try to get more prisoners. And I understand that, but yet the Israelis there also know that while they're sitting there waiting, all those prisoners that were released are vowing to come back and take even more. So are they risking even more being taken? You know, I don't know. I really, I'd want to go in, you know, and just like get this over with, quit drawing it out. I don't know. They're really, I mean, they're scared over there. They live, I mean, think if you had to fear the very people. I mean, you've heard of women who have an EPO, and you know, they might get their partner put away, but when they get released, they're terrified. They walk in fear. They can't walk the streets. And it's scary. It's scary for them. I can't imagine living like that. I don't know about you.
Can I say something real quick? You know, one thing that people don't realize is the Palestinians are trained from the time they're 2-3 years old for this. You know what I mean? You know, those are the bad guys. They're not human. You know, it's okay to kill them.
That's right. And the latest thing that has come out is that maybe they say an immediate unmandated ceasefire across all fronts of the conflict, including Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, Syria, Yemen, Iraq, and Iran, and the intermediate release of hostages and prisoners of war across all the entities is something they want to do. But the admission of a sovereign state of Palestine as the 194th UN member state on June 4th, on the June 4th, 1967 borders with capital in East Jerusalem. They want a capital in East Jerusalem. And the withdrawal of Israeli armed forces from territories occupied in 1967.
Not going to happen.
Well, that's the two-state solution. And that's what they're talking about doing June 2nd through 4th.
Why would Trump build an embassy in Jerusalem?
They like that, though. And Al's right. Israeli chicks are hot.
Yeah.
For some reason. I don't know why. They are gorgeous women.
Yes.
Soldiers?
I don't know.
Sorry.
But,
sorry, Hickow. We include you in that. We include you in that.
Well,
I agree with you, Craig. Or Al.
I agree with Al and you, Jay.
I concur.
Yorga does not agree.
I'm just sitting here thinking about the Palestinian chicks. They'd be all right if they shaved their mustache, but other than that.
No, we're talking about the Israeli chicks.
I know, but I'm thinking about the other side, you know? I know the
He's thinking
Israeli
about-
chicks are hot.
He'd have more to choose over in Palestine.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You would, you're right.
so I don't know. There's a lot. I think a lot might happen this week. I don't know. They say that, tensions are high over there. I can't imagine. I really can't.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and also one other thing, though. This is interesting. They say that there might be snow. There's a good chance for snow in Jerusalem this weekend. This coming weekend.
How often does that happen?
That's like so rare.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we're supposed to get like 15 inches Wednesday. Can't wait.
What?
Oh, right.
Yeah.
That's a lot of inches.
That's a lot of inches.
Calm down, Jeff B. Calm down.
I know. Calm down, Jeff.
He heard 15 inches. He got all excited in the chat. Sorry.
Craig.
Yeah.
This is from Jeff B. And it's kind of funny, but
It is funny. I laughed at it.
Craig, no need to front. You're looking at the Israeli men.
The Israeli men. They're also good looking.
Oh.
Those Israeli
Yep.
men.
They are.
Very attractive. Not as attractive as the Greek men.
I had my grandsons helping me last night because we were flooding, digging ditches and trenches. And you know what makes you look? Yeah, we were digging ditches and trenches, and water was 2 inches from my back door. And we were doing all that. And my grandson said, you know what? He said, I think I'd rather have all that big snow and that ice that we had, which we're having now. It's turning to ice and snow now, which is horrible to deal with. But
that's a good point, because I heard, like Yorga said, he's getting 15 inches of snow. That's probably not that much rain. If it was rainfall, it wouldn't be that much, from what I understand.
I think it's 4 inches of snow is 1 inch of rain or something like that. I don't know.
So there you go. You see,
There you go. Trust the plan.
But it's not gonna make you move or anything, right? Like it's the weather.
Is that normal, Hickow, or no?
we go through spells like that. Like we had the rare thing of a hurricane coming up here, like that blew right up here, and we didn't expect that. But it happens. I think about 2 years ago we had tornadoes in December, and then a year ago in December we had major flooding. So, and then we get big snows sometimes. So Kentucky goes crazy.
Yep, sure does.
But real quick, we want to hear a little protective cover for ourselves, but a good prayer from Shift Kicker.
Yes, please.
Okay.
There's Mitch. He said, Mitch, he said 1 inch of rain is 12 inches of snow.
What?
1 inch of rain is 12 inches of snow. Dear God, we thank you for the gift of friendship. We pray for the friends who bring joy, support, and companionship into our lives. Help us to be good friends, and in return offer a listening ear and helping hand whenever needed. May our friendship be a source of strength and happiness. And remember, not all friends are going to be, that happy-go-lucky friend. Sometimes you have to be there for that friend, for them to be there for you. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know who I know isn't so happy-go-lucky? Is DC, you guys.
Yeah.
DC, and you think that the snow was coming, but something's going on in DC.
This is wild. The real estate market in Washington, D.C. and neighboring areas is exploding with new listings, meaning everybody is putting their house up for sale. And you know, why is that? Well, people believe it's because 75,000 federal workers accepted President Trump's early buyout offer. After what Doge discovered the USAID was spending money on, that workforce is expected to go from 10,000 down to 300. Thus, today, 1,300 federal employees that work for the CDC were laid off. The IRS is expected to cut their workforce by 10%. You also have the executive order that was signed to bring all federal employees to work back in the office. Currently in the Metro DC area, there are 5,581 homes for sale, and 2,183 of those were listed in the last month. This is the neighboring town of Arlington, Virginia. In the past 48 hours, look at all of the new listings. You can see them because they're tagged with that green coming soon sign. It's looking like a mass exodus from Washington, D.C. and the neighboring areas. And some might say this is what draining the swamp looks like. What do you think? As always, let me know down below.
They're all moving to Arizona.
No.
Well, they're on the move, and also too, this happened on the 15th. So this happened yesterday, and Kash Patel's talking about Peter Strzok just deleted everything on his X account, and Kash told us that Lisa Page and Peter were texting each other before, the election, and how they'd stop who from getting elected.
And just to remind you who Lisa, not you, but the audience, who Lisa Page and Peter Strzok were, you have the number one lawyer responsible for the Russiagate investigation and the number one FBI agent. These two were literally, while having an affair, texting each other before the election and saying they would stop candidate Trump from being president. I mean, just hit pause on that alone. The individuals charged to lead the investigation into the Trump campaign were texting each other before the election saying all the ways that they would stop it. And just to remind,
so Peter Strzok or whatever, he's scrubbing his he's scrubbing his stuff. They're scrubbing stuff. So why would they be scrubbing stuff too?
It's so good to see all this finally,
I feel like things are actually starting to move a little bit.
Took an awful long time, in my opinion, but I guess, but it really had to go. It had to happen this way.
All you gotta do is trust the plan. All you gotta do is trust the plan, baby.
And
I think Be Charming and Pink Flamingo are not being welcoming to people who might come to their state from DC.
Yeah, they go
Right. Hey, something just
blue.
I'm sorry, Pootie. Something just dawned on me. So I live in Virginia, in the top part of Virginia we call Nova, Northern Virginia. And that's where, whenever we vote, we always get hammered by that Democratic section that's up there that turns, or sometimes turns Virginia blue. But if they're all skedaddling the hell out of here, then we might turn heavy red, Could be.
Well, and you've got more people speaking out on things like this guy and how he feels about immigration, illegal.
I like this guy.
He's high as fuck.
He's high.
He is high.
You want to get like, you want to be
That's why I like it.
Well, you got to turn it up.
They're out there waving the fucking flag, protesting this and that, all that shit. If you are legal, what the fuck do you have to worry about? Unless you do some dumb shit and you worry about getting deported. Okay? People like me came here legally through the process. We're Americans. Okay? We love this country. We love the flag, the American flag, the America. The red, white, and blue. Okay? We don't care about our flag. We left that shit behind. Okay? You dumb son bitch, do some dumb shit to the flag. You might well take that flag and shove it up your ass and go back where you come from. Motherfucker. If I see you on the road waving your flag, I will call ICE because I get $750 each, bitch.
This guy works on my Toyotas. He works on my Toyotas.
I think Joe should hire that guy.
Yeah. I didn't know you get $750 each.
That's what they say.
That's what they say. I need to start really looking into
We need to find that number so we can post it up here for everybody.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, people.
I'm gonna be calling. Hey, there's a dude named Craig. His name's
No,
not
I'm totally
Craig.
Jay. I'm totally legal. Totally legal.
There's a guy named Yorga. Don't know
Maybe
where he
illegal.
came from.
Pooty Poo does sound like he's from another country.
Yeah.
and
No.
Tin. Yeah, we need to call that one back to Norwegian.
Back to Venezuela.
She might be Canadian.
Well, I'm just really thankful that more people are doing TikToks like that, and people aren't as scared. I guess of censorship. It feels like it's a little less, but I still feel like we're still under the thumb. But before you guys, before we leave tonight, I wanted to share this little thought with you, just because I don't know, it just
deep thoughts.
When all this shit's going on in the world, remember you got to slow down and think about life and embrace it, because it really isn't as long as you think. So here we go.
I'm going to show you something that will finally wake you up for good. Imagine this is 1 year, and this is a decade, and this is what your entire life looks like, from your first birthday cake to your final breath at 90 years old. It all seems so incredibly short, doesn't it? I'm sure you're very ambitious and have big goals you want to fulfill. But let me ask you this. How fast did last week fly by? These are all the weeks you have in your life. Each row represents 1 year. This is how long you get if you're lucky enough to live to 90. Each square represents a week, from Monday to Sunday. You need to understand that your life is very finite. These 90 squares are all we get. We're alive for a very short time. Every day you spend doing something you hate is one you'll never get back. Fill each square with the steps that lead to the life you truly want. Because when you reach the last square, regret is the one thing you can't afford. I'm going to...
Damn it, that totally helped my depression.
Me too.
My depression is totally healed now.
I'm fucking divorcing my wife. I'm leaving. Yes, that's what it says.
Yeah, let's go.
I got a
Let's
divorce.
just do balls to the walls. Let's go.
Yeah.
We should only dwell on the things that we can control, and a lot of the things that are happening right now in our world we can't control. And let's just hope that we have the people in the government right now, and it looks like shit's moving. There isn't any cuffs yet, but maybe it's going to be a party this summer. I don't know. But don't give up the faith, you guys. And don't worry about the small stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. So that was my thoughts. Okay. So
I need to go take my
ladies and gentlemen, please remember after the show to please go into the chat, leave a comment. Like I said, doesn't have to be a good one, but we love the good ones. We love a lot of hearts. Leave us something weird and unusual, an unusual thought that I can read out loud. That'd be funny. Thanks. We love you.
Oh, I got something.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Our memories are very, very short, and I just want people to never forget.
Wow,
that's cool.
That is freaking cool.
Never
That
forget what happened that day and what you were doing. And
come in a little closer to the
Where did you get that? That is so bad.
I inherited this from my dad. My dad used to buy stuff like this all the time. I got the guys from Iwo Jima and all that, man.
Oh, that is so cool.
That is
Where's
really
Building
cool.
7? Where's Building 7?
Hey, pull it. Pull it. Pull it.
Oh, Building
That is.
7. Oh,
What does the brass plaque say?
All right, well, let's see.
It's Israeli art students.
September 11th, 2001, we will not waver. We will not tire. We will not falter. And we will not fail. peace and freedom will prevail. President George W. Bush.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, somebody wrote that for him, I'm sure.
I'm sure he didn't know how to
cool.
write that.
Well, that was pretty amazing, Chantel. Thank you, Marga. So, we gonna do this again on Tuesday?
Sounds like a plan, man.
Maybe.
I don't know. I got to check all them boxes and see if I'm still going to be alive.
Exactly.
That's only 90
I don't
boxes.
know. I don't know now. Now I got to see where I'm.
What are
at
we?
on
2/3?
Dude, you don't even get 90 sometimes. Think about that.
What are we?
A lot of-
2/3 or 3/4 the way through that?
Yeah, but you know what? I know I've made it a lot longer than a few guys I know. That's for
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, me too.
And we're having fun doing it. And shout out to the chat. Thank you all for watching us. And because if it wasn't for you guys, there wouldn't be a channel. So we'll see you all on Tuesday. Tacos. We will see you. Thank you. Good night, everybody. Mwah.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life.